In 2024, trade exchanges between Russia and Africa increased by 10%. An encouraging figure, but still far from reflecting the enormous potential of both parties. To change the situation, a new structure has been created, the Africa-Russia Eurasia Chamber of Commerce. And we are currently in the room where the meetings are held. Created in 2024, the Africa-Russia-Eurasia Chamber of Commerce aims to be more than just an economic counter. It aspires to be a true bridge between nations seeking investment and those who have the willingness and means to invest. Africa, a continent experiencing economic growth, is now asserting itself as a new playing field for shared ambitions. For the president of the chamber, Karim Arati, this business hub operates on a simple logic: win-win. Here's how the idea took root.
In my exchanges around the world, I noticed there was a lack of completion, a lack of understanding between the populations of the African continent and those of Eurasia. After careful consideration, I decided to create this chamber to serve as a body that could unite all energies from both sides in cultural, social, and economic exchanges.
Every 12th of the month, the meeting room comes to life. On the table, there are ideas, projects, and investment strategies on a continental scale. The goal is clear: to strengthen commercial ties between Africa and the Eurasian space. Not just to sell or buy, but to build the continent's industrial future together. And for that, one precious thing is needed: skills. The ones that Africa sometimes lacks, but that Eurasia can offer.
What we need in Africa are skills. That's our major problem, because even though we have all the resources in the world, even though we have all the water needed on this earth, all the forests required, the economic lungs are there. But what do we do with them? We don't know how to transform them. So foreign companies come to take our raw materials and export them. We are just suppliers of raw materials, and that cannot allow us to develop. We produce nothing in reality in our country, so we need food self-sufficiency. Your cooperation with you, the Russian Federation and Eurasia, allowed 40 years ago. It was not very developed. Today, you are among the world leaders, and that is important. Eurasia today represents the economic lung force and the booster of the global economy. So this energy, your skills must be shared with the African continent, which aspires only to that. We do not need charity. We just need balanced relations between you and us.
Before entering the meeting room, we pass by a photo gallery retracing the major stages of African history. On the walls, we also observe the great figures of the Eurasian and African chessboard. A strong message. Here the economy advances, hand in hand with memory and identity. Soon, a major event will come to realize this vision. The first forum of the Chamber, which will bring together political authorities and business circles from both continents. The date is yet to be confirmed. The Chamber is still waiting for the official green light from the Senegalese authorities. But the objective is already set.
The goal of the forum is to unite all forces across Africa and Eurasia so they can find a moment of convergence among all these energies to develop projects.
On the Russian side, the project is fully supported. The Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs attended the inauguration of the Chamber. And today, the ambassador in Dakar sees it as a strategic lever to strengthen the bilateral partnership.
We are counting heavily on this initiative by Senegalese businessmen who intend to further develop relations not only between Senegal and Russia and other Eurasian countries, but also with all African countries. And I think the most important thing is the initiative to organize an economic forum where the African countries, several African countries, the countries of Asia and Russia, of course, will participate, I hope.
The Chamber is young, but its ambition is great. To make Dakar a crossroads of ideas, a laboratory of projects, an incubator of trust. At a time when the world is becoming multipolar, here, we want to build a model where Africa will no longer be a spectator, but an actor. The future is being discussed, and it starts now.